Meet our no-needle alternative to professional injectables. Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter is clinically shown to be 76% as effective as a widely used wrinkle-relaxing injection treatment. Powered by our patent-pending botanical wrinkle limiting technology that helps minimize the impact of facial expressions that cause the appearance of dynamic wrinkles, this non-invasive targeted cream visibly reduces expression lines in the forehead, extended crow's feet, and between the brows. Target dynamic wrinkles like never before. Experience real results with no frozen face effects. Clinical Solutions Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. Available only through your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that we are here and we get to talk about something that I think you're going to really love for this time of year, because this time of year is when we're all going to parties, seeing people we haven't seen in a while, and it'll be so much fun when they come say hi to you and they're like, "What have you been doing?" This is what I've been doing.
Yes.
We haven't met before. My name is Michaela Scheel, and this is my amazing friend, amazing skincare guru, Stephanie Richter.
Hello, everybody.
You get to talk about so much fun stuff tonight. So Stephanie, why don't you introduce yourself? Where are you coming to us from? All that good stuff.
Well, I live up in the North Seattle area, rainy and dark and nasty today. So I'm so happy to be on here with you in this, in pretending that it's sunny. And we have some really fun things that we're going to share with you tonight, and maybe some new things that you're going to learn. And hopefully here's our goal, is that you get some value add here, like some things that you'll be able to literally use in your life. So needle-free, skip the syringe. You saw the video. We're going to talk more details. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Okay, so it's called the Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. All right, so we both have it. Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. So my first question, as somebody who is not quite seeing wrinkles yet, what is a dynamic wrinkle, Stephanie? What is that different than a normal wrinkle?
There is a difference. This is, and actually, I've been in the skincare industry for 34 years. So when I started learning about this, I was like, dynamic wrinkle, this is new for me too. So dynamic wrinkles are those wrinkles that are created by facial expressions, but they end up staying. So they're repeated facial expressions. So over time, those lines become permanent. They lead to visible wrinkles in areas like forehead and around the eyes and around the lips. I'm going to talk about that specifically in just a little bit. So what happens is that dynamic wrinkles, they're temporary until they're become permanent. So where you're at right now, Michaela, they're more temporary. When you smile now, I just want to have a little side note here. I just turned 60 last month. I'm starting to feel better about it. No, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time talking about it, but it was just kind of like, wow, like how did this happen? And then I look back and I think about many of the things that I did when I was in my 20s and my 30s made such a difference in the way that my skin looks now. And so those of you that are in your 20s, 30s, and even in your 40s, much of what I'm going to talk about will make a difference when you're in your 60s. So, Michaela, when you're in your 30s, right?
30s.
I'm like, how does this happen?
It's a big year for me too.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So, what I want to say is okay, personal opinion. I'm just going to say it this way. Personal opinion. We all want to age gracefully, right? But we also want to look like a real person. like you want your eyes to crinkle up when you laugh and have, a big smile with lines that happen, like that is part of having character to your face and being animated and all of those things. So it's not like we're going to put something on our face and we're going to have a frozen face. That's not the goal. This is not my goal, personal opinion. So when we say dynamic, they're moving, but they also can stick. So there are things you can do now, and we're going to talk about one particular product along with good, basic, daily, nightly skincare. These things put together are going to make a huge difference in those dynamic wrinkles and keeping them from becoming too permanent too soon in your
Yes.
life.
Yes. So you're saying even if we're not seeing like deep wrinkles that we're worried about, we can still get benefits from this and use this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Especially in those areas that are the areas that you have the most expression.
Okay, awesome. So why then would it be better, or why would women prefer something like this at home versus what we're probably seeing in our reels that our girlfriends are trying? What's the benefit of using this at home?
Yeah, a couple words I'm going to give you. Invasiveness or lack
Mm,
thereof, cost, and potential side effects. So when you're looking at injectables, all the different kinds of injectables that are out there, they're invasive, and everybody's bodies are different. They're not, there's a lot of evidence out there that they're not as safe as maybe we were first originally led to believe. Cost, literally the cost. I often think, because money one place, it's like time. Money and time one place is money and time away from another, right? So when I can use my finances in an area for fun versus in another area that maybe isn't so fun, then I think that's a benefit. Excuse me. On the back end of cold. And then potential side effects. Like I said, everybody's bodies are different. So this product is convenient. It has the ability to be used at home, of course, and it's a natural option. We're going to talk about ingredients here in just a minute with no doctor visits. I like that.
yeah. And it's as a mom, I'm thinking through like I don't have to think about childcare to go somewhere. I don't have to drive somewhere. I'd
Mm,
literally just add it to my routine and
yeah,
start seeing those benefits.
for
Okay, so
sure.
we add this to our routine. How does it work? Why is it special? What's it doing when we put it on our face?
Well, I'll tell you, with 34 years in relationship with the Mary Kay company, I've seen so many products and I've seen what our scientists can create. And I'm so grateful for that, that our products are all made here in the US by Mary Kay Cosmetics at our, just, down in Dallas, Texas, at our research and development, huge $100 million research development. It's the coolest place ever. Michaela and I actually visited it last summer. So that's where this product comes from. It comes from our research team and our doctors, our dermatologists, all of those things. So it's a patent pending botanical wrinkle limiting technology. Okay, so it's designed to minimize the effects of those facial expressions, like I mentioned. So the key extracts, you guys, I love this. I am a slightly crunchy person. Way more than I used to be as I've learned more and have a little more time on my hands as an empty nester too. So I look for things that are going to be more on the natural side. So here's what you get in this product. You get French lavender, electric daisy, and rosemary extracts. So Mary Kay will always use botanicals when they're safe. Not all botanicals are safe, and will always use the most natural ingredients possible to get the most effective results. And that's what you get from this product. I was surprised by the little tiny little bit of scent to it. It's tiny. It goes away
Mhm.
really fast. And maybe it's because I put it over on my upper lip that I'm like, oh, that smells good. But not a lot. It's not like an added scent. It's what comes from the botanicals. So the effectiveness of these natural products, you guys heard this in the video, 76% as effective as injectables based on studies. And the goal is smoother looking skin that allows also still those natural expressions, like I was mentioning, that it's not like, frozen face. Natural expressions, being who you are.
Yeah, I always think of the which it's that time of year. Remember on oh, what's it called? It's the Christmas movie and they're going on a cruise instead of celebrating Christmas. And so he goes and gets Botox for the cruise and he can't eat his peaches. He's like it's like dribbling down his chin. Like that's what I think of when I think of
It's
injectable.
terrible.
Like I want to be able to eat my food.
Right.
And look like yourself too. That's the other part of this is
Mm.
it lets you, look like yourself.
It's like I said, it's like aging gracefully, right? It's like being who you are and having, real, having those real expressions, but still having a confidence that comes with knowing your best skin is showing through.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
important.
Okay, so I'm all in, excited to try it, excited to see results. How do I use it? What does that look like?
Okay, so we talked about French lavender, electric daisy, rosemary extracts, right? All of those are in this product. So when you're using this, it's the simplest product in the world to use. So you want it closest to the skin. Now, those of you that use some of our products already, if you use boosters, those are going to go first. Typically, you're going to put products that are thinner closer to the skin. So after you cleanse your skin, oh yeah, thank you. This is perfect. So after you cleanse your skin, you're going to do an eye cream in the morning or at night, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because if you're going to do retinol in there, you're going to do your eye cream first. Boosters are one or two ingredient products that will sink right in really fast, and they're more like water-like consistency. So that's why they go first. Then your serums and any retinol product. Now, let me just say, you guys, one of my favorite combinations that I have experienced now that I've been using this is part of our clinical solutions line, which is also which is our retinol. Retinol is part of our clinical solutions line. This plus retinol has been like, I don't know, superpowers, Michaela, like superpowers, because your retinol is an overall skin product that hits almost all the age fighting, all the aging kinds of what you would consider aging, from skin texture to skin tone, brightness, wrinkle reduction, crepiness, all those things. This is hitting the dynamic wrinkles that are different than what retinol is hitting. So those paired together, huge, like dynamic duo, seriously. So you can talk to your consultant about that. Seriously, one of my very favorites now. So you can see how this lays out here for you guys. So when you're using this, let me just show you a small, how much I use. I don't know if you guys can see this good enough, but this is how much I use. Okay, so I use this amount. And what I do is I tap it on my finger in that right order. And then I tap it here. So you can see I have a scar right here. Even that scar is a little smoother, you guys. And it's not that because scar tissue is different than a dynamic wrinkle, but it's because the skin around the wrinkle is smoother. And so I just tap it here. You don't want to get it right up near your eye, so tap it in here. I go across. Okay, so let me tell you, I've named my 11s. Anybody recognize 11s? You guys all know what I'm talking about. This one and this one. I've named them. I named them after my two boys. This one's Quinn and this one's Grayson. They're now 31 and 26. These are dynamic, and they were very dynamic during the teen years. They were very used a lot during those teen years. So I just blend that product in. I go across my forehead. You guys, look at this. I'm 60. Look at this. I'm happy about this. So these little dynamic wrinkles out here, much softer. Can you tell? Now, those of you guys don't know me. You maybe haven't seen it before and after of mine. But that's how much. Now, Mary Kay has not done the testing yet for above a lip. But I'm like, what's the difference between a dynamic wrinkle down here and a dynamic wrinkle up here? It's not talked about because they just haven't done the testing. So Mary Kay will not ever give you information that has not been tested thoroughly. Okay, so I do put this product on the top of my lip because I have these dynamic wrinkles that come up there. In fact, one wrinkle looks exactly like my Grandma Teddy's, and it has, so I've named my wrinkles. Can you tell this is Grandma Teddy and these are Quinn and Grayson? So Grandma Teddy has significantly softened. I love my Grandma Teddy, but I didn't want that same line that she has that runs up here, that genetic line. Isn't that funny how those things are genetic? So it's that simple. And then just let it set. I always, just a little side note, just a little learn this thing, always dispense your products off of the back of your hand. Any product that has age fighting in it, I dispense it onto my hand, and then I take it from my hand and put it on my face. And then I take my backs of my hands and I go like this. So then the backs of my hands don't look 60.
Oh, I'm all about that.
Hack of the night.
I love
And there
it.
is your visible line reduction. And you guys we're talking 4 weeks. This is what you can expect. 4 weeks, you'll start to notice. I noticed it a little earlier, but trained eye.
Well,
and then 8 weeks is when you're going to see the full-blown effects. So, skin has to renew and go through its process. Your wrinkles will appear 36% smoother. 36%. Now, obviously, I can't measure mine because I don't have all those machines that they have, but I would say if I was to kind of guess, I would say that's a pretty good guess that I would say on my own dynamic wrinkles.
Yeah, and like, who stares more closely at our faces than ourselves in the mirror? So we're gonna know. Yeah,
And
but
I'm just coming off of a cold, and so, my skin's been taking a beating the last 10 days, but I've been staying on it, man. I'm like, I don't care how much my head is pounding. I'm still using this even with a cold.
right, totally. So these are some of the like before and afters I've come across that I've seen starting to pop up. And like, Mary Kay is giving, they don't like to overpromise. They love to underpromise and overdeliver. And that's exactly what we're seeing here is these gals, these are like 5 days, which is crazy to me.
Oh, I
That
just noticed that. That's 5 days. That is crazy.
is so crazy. And so even if, you're like, I don't have 8 weeks, if you have a party next week, if you have a, Thanksgiving coming up, then this is the perfect time to get it from your consultant and start using it. And again, here's another one. This one was 3 days, which is so crazy.
Wow.
And so when you get it, make sure that you take your before and after so that you can have amazing pictures to share.
Ask your consultant about the Skin Analyzer app because that will scan your face and will see things you don't see with your naked eye. But then take it again a week later, do the scan another week later. That's where you're going to see amazing results for sure.
Yeah. So we've talked about what makes it amazing. We've talked about how to use it. And so how do our clients get their hands on this?
Yeah, talk to your Mary Kay Beauty consultant. You can only get products through a Mary Kay Beauty consultant. That is the safest and only way to get your products because you know that they've been handled appropriately. And the other thing I was going to say, Michaela, is that you heard me talk about the retinol product, and any product that you use, it's so nice to be able to have a Mary Kay Beauty consultant because she's going to teach you how to gradually introduce the products and in what order do you introduce them and what is the most, and order of application, all of those things that she's going to make sure you're using products that are made for you, that aren't just like, I'm going to pull something off the shelf. This product, I like the packaging, or it jumped off the shelf at me, or somebody told me about this ingredient, that it might not be the right product for you. But when you have somebody that's trained, you're going to get the right products. So it's much better value, much better use of your money for sure.
Yeah. And you can feel confident. So I'm 8 months pregnant and this came out and I was like, is this safe for pregnancy? Like, how's this play in? And so I was able to contact Mary Kay Product Knowledge and talk to them directly and ask questions and get a full list of ingredients from my doctor. And so even if your consultant doesn't know the answer, she has a direct line of access. Like, I don't know, like the gal at Target probably can't message the brands right there, And so Mary Kay's
Not
so
the
good.
scientists for sure. We have
Yeah.
direct access to the scientists.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we can feel so confident and excited when we get new Mary Kay products.
And I venture to guess, Michaela, if you talk to your Mary Kay Beauty consultant, she's going to give you a special.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just said that. Now she has to give you a special.
She has to give you a special. Right? So a couple of things to keep in mind too is when you go on the website, you're not going to see this yet. This is like the grand reveal. And so you will have to talk to your consultant to get your hands on this. And here was the other thing that you might see on the website is you might see how to get started with Mary Kay. You might see like a learn more about Mary Kay. And I don't know about you guys, but this time of year, start looking at budgets a little bit more closely, start pulling cash from different places. And so if you've been thinking about like, how are we going to do gifts this year, especially with all these prices going up, then I would strongly recommend asking your consultant how she is running her business and getting that extra cash for Christmas, because it's a really unique time of year where people are looking for gifts and you can be that store for them. And you can shop your own store too. So there's lots of, different ways to do that. So talk to your consultant and she can get you the details on what that can look like so that this season is all about happiness and, joy and the exciting events, and not those difficult conversations, checking the account on the way to the store, kind of stressful times.
Yeah, that's such a good. I'm glad you brought that up, Michaela. It gives options. I
Mhm.
think one of the things that you'll hear out there a lot right now, and have been for the last few years, is having a business on the side is one of the smartest things that you can do for your family because of all the tax benefits. Also, that creates a level of security. There's
Mhm.
that kind of that safety net a little bit as you grow a business that then gives you that ability to create cash flow when necessary. And boy, am I grateful for that for my 34 years as
Mhm.
needed here and
Yes.
there. More
Yeah.
often than I would like to say that there was times that we needed to like kick it in, and Mary Kay always came through for us.
Mhm. Yeah.
Grateful for that.
So I'm leaving you with homework tonight. You're gonna message your consultant and either ask, how can I save money on that amazing dynamic wrinkle limiter, or how can I make money for a cash Christmas? Um,
Yes.
have a wonderful night, you guys. I'm gonna leave you off with this awesome video so you can.
Thank you. Good night.
Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter is clinically shown to be 76% as effective as a widely used wrinkle relaxing injection treatment. Powered by our patent-pending botanical wrinkle limiting technology that helps minimize the impact of facial expressions that cause the appearance of dynamic wrinkles, this non-invasive targeted cream visibly reduces expression lines in the forehead, extended crow's feet, and between the brows. Target dynamic wrinkles like never before. Experience real results with no frozen face effects. Clinical Solutions Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. Available only through your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.